The 0-2. Left side, Swanson to first. The Braves are world champions!
The date is July 28th, 2021. The Atlanta Braves are third in the NL East with a record of 50-53. Their star hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr., and their star pitcher, Mike Soroka, are both out for the entire year. They're 6 games back of the Mets in the NL East. Only one man can save their season. That man is President of Baseball Operations, Alex Anthopoulos. Before joining the Braves in 2017, Anthopoulos was the general manager for the Blue Jays. During his tenure with the Blue Jays, he was known for making trades to acquire stars while giving up prospect depth. He acquired Josh Donaldson, Troy Tulowitzki, and David Price in a Blue Jays run where they reached the ALCS in back-to-back years. In 2017, Anthopoulos was hired as the executive vice president and general manager of the Atlanta Braves after agreeing to a 4-year contract. The Braves then promoted Anthopoulos to president of baseball operations in 2020 and extended his contract until the 2024 season. Heading into 2021, the Atlanta Braves are supposed to be one of the best teams in the MLB. Coming off a year where they were just one win away from the World Series and they blew a 3-1 lead to the eventual champions, the LA Dodgers, a lot was expected from this Braves team in 2021. One thing was that they would be getting Mike Soroka back, and they would be getting a better and improved Christian Pache, and Acuna and Ozuna would do as good as they've been doing for the past 2 years. All of that didn't go as planned. Soroka suffered a re-tear of his right Achilles tendon and required season-ending surgery. An MRI revealed this, and this was a tear on his tendon that he originally injured in August of 2020. Left fielder Marcell Ozuna was arrested in May for doing some things I don't even want to talk about, and he never returned in the 2021 season. 2021 was supposed to be Christian Pache's breakout year, but a mix of injuries and just struggles at the plate caused him to go on the injured list and then eventually get demoted to the minor leagues. Throughout the year, he only received a total of 67 at-bats and had a batting average in the 100s and just was not good at the plate. On July 10th, Braves superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. was helped off the field after suffering a knee injury in a game against the Marlins. So pretty much what happened was Jazz Chisholm hit a ball down the right field line, and Acuna had a chance at catching it. He went up for it, hit his glove, and then when he was coming back down, it was an awkward landing on his knee. So he was injured, and I'm pretty sure he tore his ACL, and he didn't come back at all this season. Because of all of this, the Braves needed to form a total new outfield, and this is where Alex Anthopoulos steps in and paves the path for victory. It all starts on July 16th when the Braves acquired Jock Peterson from the Cubs in a deal for a prospect. Nothing would happen for 2 weeks until deadline day when Atlanta traded for Jorge Soler from the Royals, Eddie Rosario from the Indians/Guardians, and Adam Duvall from the Marlins. These 3 outfielders would also play a key piece in their postseason run. I'm going to talk about that later. Although this past trade deadline was important, let's not forget what Alex Anthopoulos did in the past offseason. He signed Charlie Morton, who was good and got injured in the World Series, Travis d'Arnaud, and Will Smith, who was good out the bullpen. Tyler Matzik was discovered out of independent ball after being a former prospect who was really good, who had yips in the majors, and he was trying to find his way back, and the Braves and Alex Anthopoulos discovered him out of independent ball, and he was crazy good for them in the playoffs. Following the trade deadline, right in August, the Braves posted an 18-8 record, which is good for a win percentage of 69.2%. This is by far their best month of the whole entire regular season, and this is also the month where they retook the lead in the NL East. Then in September, they posted a 16-11 record, securing up the NL East in a 2-way race between them and the Phillies, which in the end wasn't as close as it actually was. Now in the playoffs, they were set to face the Milwaukee Brewers. Lots of people, including me, did predict that the Brewers would win, and we were wrong, but the Brewers at that time were looking dangerous. One thing about the Brewers, though, was that their offense never came around, even though they had one of the best rotations and bullpens in baseball. Like I mentioned before, the guys they traded for at the deadline are going to be really important in this playoff run. And in the series against the Brewers, which they won 3-1, it was Jock Peterson who went off with a couple of homers, and he was doing great. With the series win, the Braves would now be moving on to the NLCS to face the winner of the Dodgers and Giants series. And what people thought immediately was that the Giants or the Dodgers were easily going to come out on top over the Braves. And especially after that controversial call against the Giants, people thought the Dodgers were headed to another World Series. They started the NLCS against the Dodgers with 2 walk-offs at home, and then the series went to LA, where the Dodgers came back in the 8th inning to get a Game 3 victory. And then the Braves won a game in which the series became 3-1, and now people thought the Dodgers were going to come back from 3-1 lead, and the Braves are going to choke like they did last year and like they always did. But this is where this Braves team was different. Eddie Rosario clutched up, hitting a big 3-run homer, and the city of Atlanta was going wild, and the Braves advanced to the World Series. Eddie Rosario ended up being the NLCS MVP, and like I said, he was big, and he came over in the trade deadline. Next up, the World Series versus the infamous Houston Astros, and the Braves certainly became America's team, going up against the Astros, who really nobody wanted to win. Anyways, Charlie Morton got injured 7 outs into the World Series, and things were looking bad for Braves fans, but the Braves rallied on. Ian Anderson pitched a great start, 5 innings of no hit ball, and their bullpen did great, especially Tyler Matzik, Will Smith, and yeah, their bullpen was good, and their pitching picked it up especially. So their pitching was good, but the hitters I want to talk about in the World Series are Adam Duvall and Jorge Soler, who just were hitting crazy, and Freddie Freeman, Austin Riley, and Dansby Swanson chipped in at their moments too, and they were all big in that Game 6 victory. But another person in the Game 6 victory was Max Fried, 7 shutout innings, allowing only 4 hits, and the Braves were champions finally after 26 years. This World Series, the top performers are Adam Duvall and Jorge Soler for the Braves, and both of them were acquired again at the trade deadline. Soler picked up World Series MVP, and it was great to see the moves that their smart GM Alex Anthopoulos made pay off, and that's one of the reasons they won the World Series without one of their best pitchers and their best hitter. That's it for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button down below, and comment any suggestions. Go follow our Instagram and Twitter, both in the description below. It's been a great time. I love watching the Braves, and I'll be back soon. Peace.